Picture this. The year is 1800, and the region now known as the Florida parishes of Louisiana and the southwestern portion of Mississippi is under Spanish rule. This land, once claimed by France, was ceded to Spain after the French and Indian War in 1763. But this change of control was more than a simple shift in flags. It brought a whole new set of challenges for the settlers who called this land home. A growing number of these settlers were Americans, enticed by the promise of fertile land and new opportunities. However, life under Spanish rule was far from ideal. The settlers found themselves grappling with trade restrictions that hampered their economic growth. They had limited political representation, leaving them with little say in the governance of their own community. And the Spanish legal system, rooted in civil law, was a far cry from the British common law system they were accustomed to. This wasn't just a matter of adjusting to new customs or grappling with a new language. These challenges directly impacted their livelihoods and their ability to shape their own futures. The settlers began to feel like strangers in their own land, their voices muffled, their concerns dismissed. And so, as the years passed, discontent began to brew. The settlers' frustrations simmered beneath the surface, their grievances echoed in letters and petitions to Spanish authorities, but their pleas for change were met with indifference. The Spanish rulers, it seemed, were deaf to their struggles. By the time 1810 rolled around, the pot of discontent was close to boiling over. The settlers, inspired by the American Revolution and emboldened by their shared grievances, began to entertain ideas of rebellion. They had come to a crossroads: continue living under Spanish rule, or take a stand and fight for their independence. And so by 1810, tensions had reached a boiling point. The stage was set for an uprising, the likes of which this region had never seen before. The story of the forgotten Republic of West Florida was about to unfold. Fed up with Spanish rule, American settlers, inspired by the American Revolution and fueled by their frustrations, decided to take action. They were tired of the trade restrictions that stifled their economic growth, the unfamiliar and complex Spanish legal system, and their lack of political representation. Their grievances were real, palpable, and needed to be addressed. So they turned to the pen. They composed petitions and letters, eloquently expressing their discontent and their longing for change. These documents, filled with passionate pleas and logical arguments, were sent to Spanish authorities. The settlers hoped for understanding, for a change that would improve their lives. Yet, the response they received was not what they had hoped for. The Spanish authorities remained deaf to their pleas. The settlers' frustrations were met with indifference, and their calls for change were ignored. This lack of response, this disregard for their struggles, only fueled the settlers' determination. The settlers, led by influential figures like William Charles Cole Claiborne, knew they needed to take a different approach. They realized that if change was to come, they would have to bring it about themselves. So they began to plan, to organize, to prepare for a drastic step that would alter the course of their lives and the region forever. And then, the day came. On September 23, 1810, the settlers gathered. With steely determination in their eyes and hope in their hearts, they declared their independence from Spain. They proclaimed the formation of a new nation, a nation where they could have the freedoms and opportunities they longed for, the Republic of West Florida. The Republic of West Florida was more than just a political entity. It was a symbol of the settlers' resilience, their courage, and their unyielding desire for change. It was a testament to their belief in their rights and their willingness to fight for them. It was a beacon of hope, shining brightly amidst the challenges and uncertainties of the times. And so, on that fateful day in September, amidst the rising tensions and the growing unrest, a new chapter in history was written. On September 23, 1810, the Republic of West Florida was born. The Republic of West Florida, a small but ambitious nation, existed for only about 90 days. Imagine that, a country with dreams of grandeur lasting less than a season. But don't be fooled by its short lifespan. This fledgling republic was brimming with ambition and vision, hoping to carve out its place in the annals of history. The leaders of the Republic of West Florida weren't just rebelling for the sake of rebellion. They had a vision, a dream of becoming a part of the United States. They saw the potential in aligning themselves with a young nation that was itself still finding its feet. They believed that together they could build a future where their rights, their freedoms, and their prosperity were ensured. One figure stood out among these leaders, William Charles Cole Claiborne. A man of conviction and foresight, Claiborne was a central character in this unfolding drama. He was a prominent figure in the region, and his influence extended beyond the boundaries of the nascent republic. Claiborne saw the bigger picture. He understood that the Republic of West Florida had a role to play in the broader American story, and he was determined to make that happen. So what did Claiborne do? He took matters into his own hands. He reached out to President James Madison, highlighting the growing unrest in the region, the aspirations of the people, and the opportunity that lay before the United States. Claiborne was an astute diplomat, a persuasive communicator, and he knew how to make a compelling case. His lobbying efforts were not just about convincing President Madison to consider the potential of West Florida. It was about aligning their goals, their visions. Claiborne saw an opportunity for U.S. expansion and did not hesitate to make his case to President Madison. His argument was clear. Incorporating West Florida into the United States was not just beneficial for the inhabitants of the Republic, it was a strategic move that would benefit the United States as a whole. Claiborne saw an opportunity for U.S. expansion and did not hesitate to make his case to President Madison. As we'll see, his efforts would not be in vain. The story of the Republic of West Florida is closely intertwined with another major historical event. President James Madison, eager to expand U.S. territory and facing rising tensions with Britain, saw an opportunity in the fledgling republic. Madison, recognizing the strategic advantage of adding the republic to the United States, declared the region part of the Louisiana Purchase, a move that was both audacious and contentious. He sent in troops under the guise of stabilizing the region, but the real goal was annexation. The Republic of West Florida, with its nascent government and limited resources, could not resist the military might of the United States. Within days, the Republic was no more, absorbed into the United States as part of the territory of Orleans. The annexation of the Republic of West Florida was met with mixed reactions. Many of the American settlers, initially drawn to the region by the promise of fertile lands and economic opportunities, were happy to become part of the United States. However, there were also those who lamented the loss of their brief independence, their dream of self-governance snuffed out almost as soon as it had flickered into existence. The legacy of the Republic of West Florida continues to be felt today. The region, now part of Louisiana and Mississippi, has a distinct cultural identity, a blend of French, Spanish, and American influences. The flag of the short-lived republic, a single white star on a blue field, inspired the flag of the state of Texas and is still used in various forms throughout the region. The Republic of West Florida may have been short-lived, but its impact on American history is undeniable. Its story serves as a reminder of the complex and often tumultuous process of nation-building and the enduring human desire for self-determination. It's a testament to the power of ordinary people to shape their own destiny even in the face of overwhelming odds. The Republic of West Florida may have been a fleeting moment in history, but its spirit lives on.